Here I will be putting a critique of Christianity. I'll have basic assumptions for this, and I will be doing this to argue using the argument of evil to be criticizing free will. Basic assumptions. 1. God is all good, all powerful, and all knowing, and a creator. 2. God wants the best for us all in a worldly collective sense or reality sense, not individually. 3. Utopia is defined as the best outcome, the perfect world. Doesn't have to be perfect, but like the best world. To begin, I base this on the logical argument on evil. If God can prevent evil, would prevent evil, and evil is bad, why isn't he to do so? An average Christian would say because he gave us free will. Ask them why, and you'll get because God isn't a dictator, free will is good. This is an argument against free will and against God not being a dictator. First of all, dictatorship is not bad. Benevolent dictatorship is common in the Bible, so what need would God in the Bible have to not be one? God is also a soft dictator. He forces and manipulates people in the Bible. Terrorism and mass murder in Egypt, and he kills men for touching the altar, which did happen in the Bible. Destroying sinners. And also, hell as a whole is manipulation. Creating two paths to choose from and punishing someone for one path and rewarding for another is manipulation. It is teaching and controlling one's choice with reward/punishment. It's like how culture manipulates us. So God is a dictator regardless, so free will is pointless, but free will is good, is the response you'll get. Well, free will is bad as it takes away your right to utopia. I do not believe in rights, but most Christians understand it as biblical due to morals. Rights are from morals, so... Utopia is, by definition, a sinless, perfect world, a world only created by a lack of free will, a world where everyone is controlled by God to be perfect and always feel good and do right. And if we don't know we're being controlled, another point that I didn't list here, we would be happier, and we could be controlled right now, and we wouldn't know because we would be controlled to think we're not controlled. So he could do that, but I didn't write that here. Where we don't care, have freedom and are at peace, the best civilization. Free will, other than being liked, has done nothing good for society, and we wouldn't know if we lost it, as seen as we don't know if we even have it at all. So if God is going for a perfect world, what is best for society, he wouldn't allow free will to exist, yet he does. So he must not be all perfect or all good. Therefore, he can't exist because the whole definition thing. Side note, I don't believe in free will. My use of it as if it was real is from a biblical standpoint. I believe genes, cultures, material world, and thoughts control our actions, not soul, just our material and mental conditionings, and blah blah blah. After this, I did not write any sort of new philosophy thing. So honestly, I only have 7 things about this. Like, all of this is just like random bullshit. I guess I can put my critique of Marxist humanism here. Critiquing Marx on critiquing egoism. On Marx's critique, or lack thereof, he only sidebarred it and refused to acknowledge it as anything important, despite egoism and materialism not contradicting. Egoism is the logic of humanity, how one acts, and the way spooks control one. And Marx's materialism is on how one gets ideas from material and how it leads to different classes, which is a spook, and also a subculture. Also, humanism is mostly idiotic to accept and does nothing for the proletariat. Everything else has been scribbled, such as the argument against dialectal hegalism and Hegel dialectics. I scribbled that out because, in the end, Marx deviated from Hegel and dialect, and also, Hegalian dialect was really different. Plus, Marxist utopia isn't an actual utopia, but like, there's a place where classes don't exist, so you get rid of one form of culture. And it might lead to the whole thing with the main culture, which I guess you're gonna have to use egoism to get rid of, but that's probably never gonna happen. It only gets rid of the issue of class. That's subculture of sorts. So that's really my own critique. I wrote a whole thing about class, but that's so stupid. So I guess I can disagree with myself sometimes. Yeah. This shit is so stupid.